Can we talk about a big misconception in the horse world? A lot of riders aren't actually struggling with fear. They struggle from the shame they feel after making mistakes. There's actually going, and I say actually because your brain has been running this program completely behind your back. Your amygdala, your brain's very dramatic, very protective threat detector. It doesn't just log physical danger, but it also logs emotional pain. So if your mistakes ever came with embarrassment, criticism, or feeling like you let someone down, your brain quietly filed it as danger, which is why one bad lesson, one refusal or spook, or even one bad show round can suddenly have you spiraling for days. And in that, you're replaying it, you're catastrophizing it, you're waking up at 2 a.m. having a full debrief with yourself about whether or not you should be doing this. Not because you're weak, not because you're too sensitive, not because horses aren't for you, but because your nervous system is actually doing its job. And that job is protecting you from something it genuinely believes is a threat. It's just that somewhere along the way, your brain learned that mistakes meant something was wrong with you. And now it's just doing its job. It's trying to make sure you never feel that way again. It's helpful intention, but it's terrible execution. So a lot of riders don't actually need more toughness. They need to become more emotionally safer to themselves after a mistake. And there's a way to do that. Say this because in part 2, share with you a tool I created specifically for riders to help you with this. It's called Catch and Shift. It comes from CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's genuinely one of the best tools that's been researched in CBT before, but I've adapted it for you as riders because your brain doing spirals in a barn deserves a proper protocol. There are 4 steps. It will literally take you 2 minutes to do. Do it in the barn aisle. But you can do it on your drive home. You can do it outside pretending to be on your phone. I don't care. Just do it. Let me know how it works for you. So here's the protocol. So now that I've made myself smaller so you can actually see it, here's the protocol. Catch the thoughts, not the feeling, not the actual thought. You know, the ones kind of like my trainer definitely hates me now. My horse deserves better. I'm genuinely the worst rider ever. Those are the thoughts I'm talking about. I want you to catch that thought, write it down. Then I want you to notice step 2, what does it do to your body? Because that thought doesn't just stay in your head. It went straight into your chest, into your heart, into your shoulders, into your neck, into your hands, into your reins, into your seat, into the saddle. Your horse felt every second of that thought. To us, it seems so inconsequential, but they feel everything because your body tells on you. Step 3, I want you to shift to neutral. And what I mean by that is not trying to stay positive or think your way out of it by thinking positive. I literally want you to go neutral with your thinking. Because when you try to go positive, your brain knows that you're lying to it, and your horse knows that you're lying too, and you know it clearly that you're lying. When you say everything is amazing and I can do this when you feel like you can't, that doesn't work. Your nervous system is not buying that. Either is your horse. But facts it believes. So when I say neutral, I mean go name colors. Name objects that you see. Name things that don't create an active experience inside of you. You could also say, that was hard. I've had hard rides before, but I'm still here. I struggled to pick up the camera, but I still did it. Then step 4, notice what shifts. What happens next? Did your shoulders drop? Maybe you found more movement in your arms and you were able to go with your horse instead of against your horse. Did your anxiety in your head get a little quieter? Those tiny things that you think are not important are super important to your nervous system. So try it. I just want you to know you're not broken. You're not too sensitive. You're not bad at this. You just have a nervous system that learned to protect you a little too aggressively. I mean, come on, we're all perfectionists, all of us riders. It doesn't matter what discipline you are. But it's also learning to lean into the experience of learning because that's where growth happens. That's where the expansion happens. There's a full worksheet for this inside my Anxious Riders Blueprint, so you can actually work through all 4 steps after any ride that's wrecked you. The link is in the bio. And save this because your future self standing in that barn aisle that one day when you least expect it and you're having a hard ride is going to need this. And this is what will flip the switch and help you recover quickly for your next ride, for your next lesson.